So this video is just part of me giving you heads up on the cryptos, the altcoins, the new system dynamics, the new world that's forming, the new digital Hive hub, and so on. And I've been seeing a lot of news, and now even more articles are coming past me, almost every day. So it's increasing, and all to do with crypto and how money is going to be superseded and all this. So the other day I saw an article saying within 3 years, I forget who wrote it, but they were saying within 3 years, banks that are not crypto enhanced will, be having a hard time or put to the back burner or may go out of business or be unfavorable, etc. So they're really, pushing this, and, some people like myself think that, Bitcoin was not created by some mystery Japanese guy who they can't seem to really find. And I really don't think it's that guy, that Satoshi guy. I'm more in the boat that it was most likely something like CIA or something like this, some kind of secrecy organization who created the Bitcoin. And there's a few things I've found over time that show that. There was one thing where Bitcoin went down to like $1 or something at one point, and I think literally it was noted that like the CIA bought. Oh, how coincidental. Anyway, so I just keep seeing this stuff, but this is a fairly shocking article when you really read it, when you really consciously think about what you're reading. So let's go over this. Bitcoin has been sent to 350 deputies of the Spanish Congress as part of an educational initiative similar to the Crypto for Congress campaign that sent Bitcoin to all members of US Congress. Yeah, I think I remember reading that, an article on, that last line. Very interesting. Now also to the Spanish Congress, right? Yep. Bitcoin sent to 350 Spanish... Sorry, just waiting for the chicken. Bitcoin sent to 350 Spanish lawmakers. When you see these key words, do you see what I'm saying? When you consciously realize what you're reading, it's a bit astounding. Educational for lawmakers and so on. So they're obviously going to tax it and skim, right? All 350 members of Spain's Congress of Deputies have been sent Bitcoin worth €1 each. So what, their Bitcoin was worth €1? I don't understand. Maybe it's not real Bitcoin, so I don't really get that. Why would they get sent a Bitcoin that's only worth €1 when the price right now is over 11,000 US dollars for one Bitcoin? Can you see elite world forming? Right, everybody's going to be on UBI, Universal Basic Income, but if you just so happen to have Bitcoin worth 50,000 US dollars for one Bitcoin in a couple of years, that's pretty elite, right? Because your monthly UBI will not be 50,000 a month. So I hope you can see why I call this elite world forming. They're really just going to make slaves of you even more and stop your upward progression socially and so forth even more. Yeah, it's something I call elite world. Anyway, that's where we're going into now. How long that will last, I'm not completely sure. I have to meditate on that because, I have to think about that relevant to the apocalypse. When will the energies change to favor the people more? It's hard to tell. I would have to think about things like the singularity, like the technological singularity in 2032 supposedly. and which interestingly correlates to the exact year 2032 that the 7th dimensional crossing will be occurring. 2012 was the 5th dimensional crossing, remember? 5th dimensional meant, unification, and, it's interesting, that's just when the global financial crisis happened. And like I said to one of my, not buddies, but not enemies, but some OP in my business class back at university, this was like the first real unification of the finance system. And he was like, no, there's been other times. That he just couldn't grasp what I was trying to say, and that's why they even called it global financial crisis, yeah. Because it wasn't always like that when, markets went down. Not every country in the world massively got sick from the little sneeze of the Dow Jones, but these days, that really happens. Anyway, enough on that. The Congress Deputies is lower house of Spain's parliament has 350 members. The initiative was launched by blockchain education platform Tutelus. That sounds to me Latin. The internet's not on, it just switched off. But Tutelus sounds Latin or something, doesn't it? Sounds like something like real rich billionaires would use that word to make themselves feel even smarter. So by education platform Tutelus and Observatorio blockchain, so observation blockchain, I mean, that sounds auspicious, like they've got the auspices of the control feel about them, authoritarian structure, with the aim of raising awareness about the transcendental, transhumanism, perhaps? Anybody? Any takers? The transcendental role that cryptocurrencies are going to have in the transformation of the economy. Because I can see, the day where you insert, I don't know, 1/10 of a Bitcoin or an Ethereum altcoin into a robot bicycle around the city or something, right? Something like that. I don't know. That could be the case. Transferred over a card electronically. Anyway. The publication conveyed quoting sources from the organization as saying, "We have explained to the deputies that we are in a time of profound changes in the use of money, in addition to highlighting the important role that cryptocurrencies have today." Don't forget, just a few years ago, this was allegedly like unhackable, decentralized, anonymous, loved, rebellious altcoins, right? And now look how mainstream it is. They're giving it to fucking Congress members to educate them, allegedly. Do you see the change that's happened just within 5 years? It was only 5 years ago people were like, yeah, decentralized, rebellious Bitcoin, yeah. And now they're, completely mainstreaming it. Like, even Jamie Dimon there from, that bank, was it Morgan Chase or the other Goldman Sachs, I think it is. A few years ago he was bashing it. Now they are, setting up all their crypto structures and derivatives and blah blah blah. So it's completely mainstream now, and it's completely hackable, and it's even more traceable than cash. So it's interesting. It's like that they went after the rebels first, calling it, decentralized, anti-government, rebellious altcoin, Bitcoin, to get all the rebels in early, right? Just, to convince the hardest crowd, walking straight into the room and conquering the biggest man first kind of thing. Everybody else will fall behind them. Because now they're all involved. They've all been paid off, right? Everybody's made a lot of money. All the rebels made a lot of money from $1 to 10,000 Bitcoin, you know. So it's like they got the rebels first in this case. It was an interesting strategy. That's why also it sounds like a very intelligent, like very smart CIA type strategy. You know, very well set up. It's just things like that lead me to believe that anyway. This move followed the Crypto for Congress initiative by Chamber of Digital Commerce that sent all US members of Congress Bitcoin as campaign contributions. As campaign contributions? Wow. Interesting. So that's another little thing on Elite World. They'll be able to pay each other millions in bitcoins while everybody else on UBI, Universal Basic Income, you're not going to have a vote in democracy. You're not paying $1 million and, backing up the candidate and blah, blah, blah. Anyway. It's not a donation, he asserted. Right. Many deputies probably already have some experience in the use of cryptocurrencies, but we would like those who are not yet familiar to be indoctrinated with the new money. With the new money. Are you seeing that line? We want those who are not yet familiar with the new money, hint, 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 to have the opportunity to get in touch with it. Yes. Got to pay them off somehow. Caballero added, with a digital euro on the near horizon. Look at that. With a digital euro on the near horizon, we believe that our deputies as citizens reps should be aware of the benefits and risks. Yeah, I'm sure that's why they did it. Anyway, so there you go. Another interesting article.